Hello, fellow fans and Transformers all. It is I, Cyberman, with another review. I want to thank you all so much for the views for my last video. That was like my highest viewed video. I know that I put 2 shorts for my birthday, but I just really was happy about my review. That was really awesome. Thank you so much for checking it out and subscribing. That was really nice. I usually don't ask for anyone to subscribe, but I was just kind of happy about that. So thank you so much for that. And since my package came today, I might as well just do sort of a review of what I've been waiting for, because why not? Okay, we got the M56A Matrix Workshop swords. Not just any swords. The swords for the Stunticons. I do not have the Stunticons of any sort, but I have something a little better, because why not? Okay, there we go. And I got a lot of tiny bags to use one day. Oop. Okay, let's see now. Here's the main hilt. They did a good job with the detail work. And there are 3 pegs because these swords combine. Now, what I like about weapons that combine with that are from their respective owners is that they make a bigger weapon. We don't get that anymore these days. We always end up getting like a bigger sword from something else or something weirder. But still, like, this is an old-fashioned thing I like, because Grimlock, the Dinobots that had a combiner upgrade from Perfect Effect, they did that with their blade, and I really loved it. And I'm glad that someone made this for the Stunticons, but I have someone else. I have another team that will have this better. This is the main blade. Now, here I had to shave because it was so big. Like, it was so big that I couldn't fit this in, but now fits better. Granted, it's still a little tight. Unfortunately, it's a little on the bent side, but I can fix that someday. But it's still, look at the design. This is really good. Yeah, this is really good design work. And it's so reflective, too. Okay. And then here's the twin blades that go in the middle. Again, the detail work is really good. I really love this kind of stuff. Yeah. These ones are a little more harsher with their shine, but this is still pretty good. I really like this. Now, supposedly there was, I'm not entirely sure what these peg holes are for. I'm guessing, like, they're supposed to go together like this, but when you combine them, they don't really fall apart, especially since this goes right here, like such. So yeah, you do it like this, like that, and then, as you can see, these little grooves right here, you put them like this. Hold up, let me put this right because it has to be. You put them like that, because they're supposed to go like that. Then you merge them up here. Oh, okay. I think you're supposed to just do it like this first. And then you merge them right here. Unless I did this wrong. That's alright. It's the first time I combined them, and I think this is how it goes. Should be, I think. Okay, hold up. There's a gold blade right there. Okay, like that. Like that. search them like that. And there you go. The Minosaur sword. Again, it's not entirely perfect as how it is, but this is pretty cool. I like how it's more simple, it combines well. Granted, again, I'm assuming these pieces, because of who they're belonging to, they connect onto a certain thing, but I might do something later to fix that, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. Because, man, that thing is huge. Look at that thing. You probably have seen it from the eBay stuff where I got it from, but yeah, this is how cool it is. Now, for the next thing. Ta-da! That is right. Hungar. Again, this isn't... I had this for a year, so you can tell that I haven't been kind of painting it as much, because I didn't like the weird milky gray color that it had. As you can see, his head is everywhere. Yeah. There was a lot of things I kind of wish they didn't recycle. I really kind of wish they could have, like, make a new... They could have, like, really not recycled Superion and Silverbolt's mold. Though, I have to say, at least they had to do something with his head, since that's how the original toy was. I really like how his jaws were like that. I kind of hope that one day somebody really upgrades him with something that would, like, make his feet a little, like, a little taller, and then the pieces could go on the sides, because he is pretty cool. It just sucks that they limited him so badly. Yeah. Still, it's kind of worth it. I actually have an upgrade for him that I use with Alita 1. Well, yeah, that I used on Alita. Well, actually, not Alita 1. Hotspot at one time. These, they'll go well for him because, dare I say, why not? Let's see. Because this is where his combiner port is, but I need to put the other one aside first. There we go. So that'd be more harder. Because those are his combined ports, there's the special ports to where he can hold more weapons on him. Since I know I have his combiner feet, I'm not going to use them because I'm too lazy. But I have here with me Perfect Effect feet. And now, because I have them, you know what these are capable of. Fold them up. And then you put them right here. Granted, it takes a little bit of force. And there he is in Super Blaster mode, as I call it. Or whatever works. Essentially, he, I've seen others, like, upgrade similar things for his legs, but they don't work the way I thought they would, so I figured the ones I got from here would work. I will send a link to those special, port pieces, and it'll be kind of good for you to get to make stuff like this, because it's awesome. Especially if you really like the original combiners. Again, I'm not gonna try to go get the combiners from the Age of the Primes because I just don't like how they go, like, exoskeleton is cool, but it's just that it kind of seems a little, extra work just to combine them. Where at least in the Combiner Wars and the Combiner Wars in here and the Power of the Primes combiners, at least you can just attach them and that's it. They're the limbs. I mean, that's way better. I'm sorry to say, but moving on. So yeah, we'll get that out. Might as well take this out too. Now, there we go. Now for transformation, we go like this. You click his bottom jaws like this. So he's already transforming pretty well. And you move his tinier legs like this forward, sideways, and fold them like that. Same thing with his underarms like that. And then for the panels of his legs, you just put them like that. And then for his full tail, you put like that. And then you take out like this. And you pull out his head like so. Sorry, I can't really move the camera when I'm transforming him. But there you are. Hungar. In all his glory. He is pretty tall than I thought it would be, but he is a Voyager class combiner, so that makes sense. That said, now for the other reason I wanted to show you. The cool part is that because the handle piece is so long, you can actually hold it like this. It's way better. Yeah, this is more like it. Sadly, the thing about the terrorcons is that they don't get enough love. They usually are like a one note kind of thing, and it just sucks that they didn't get enough love with what they do. My camera's doing weird stuff. But yeah, this is like the reason why I prefer. I'm glad I got these versions of the terrorcons. Even if they were to upgrade them someday, I'm not entirely sure if I will get it or not, depending on how much I like how it looks. So there's that. Still, this is what I've been kind of waiting for, because they only usually just have their guns, and I'm like, no, we cannot have that. They need individual blades like this. And seeing that I have not seen any. Will anyone make weapons, swords for them, only guns? I said, yeah, they're gonna take Menosaur's gun. I mean, swords. I mean, I will eventually give them normal weapons, like his normal signature gun, but oh my god, I probably might not. I'm just that lazy. And as you can see, I put the Predacon symbol right there because, dare I say, why not? He is a Predacon, because he says so. Alright, hold up. Alright, I gotta fix this a bit. There we go. I'm ready to break. On to the next dude. Twin Strike. The second in command of the terrorcons, because he's the only other bot that has two heads. Granted, I really like him. I just wish the back legs weren't so short. I feel like they could have really just made him a taller. Like, I know why they did, but the problem is I feel like they could have done better. At least, like, to where he's not so this. And because his shoulder transformation, it's just kind of dumb. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's his gun. Again, I do have the combiner slash power gauntlets and everything, but I am not going to put them all at once because it's been a long morning. Okay, transform him. Do is this, and then you want to split this part up. This is apart, and then that. It's a little hard at first. Well, this piece here, you gotta watch out for it, but I'm being dumb, so they're there. So yeah, that piece there. And then you do this in here. And move a tail like that. Again, I just screwed up that part. And this is kind of the reason why you need to do it better than me. Yeah, hold on, let me put that back. There we go. I perhaps done a boo-boo, because look at me. There we go. And you put the feet down, put the beast feet down, that. And you pull the paws on both of the arms, like that. Yeah. Essentially, in beast mode, you're supposed to have it like that. But I find it a little better that way. And then you pull this back down again. And then you push this, and there's his head. You click it, you do the same thing right there. And there is a Cinder Twin. Really short guy, ain't he? Yeah. The cool thing is that he's a little more solid than most of the other bots. Granted, his combined form, which I might do in another video because I really don't have too much time because I got small projects to do today. But I might try to do that eventually. Yeah. You can see like that. His little feet here, that's like the combined port for his arm mode, because right here, that's his combined port for his leg mode, which is pretty good. You definitely have a swivel. This, like a half swivel. Oh, that is pretty good. I have to say his head scope. Let's see if we can get closer on that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more basic than the others because it looks so much like G1 style Transformers from the comics, and that's pretty good. Oh yeah, he also have a reveal the shield, cool sticker right there, which is pretty cool. They did that a lot back in the old days. Even Beast Wars had them, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there isn't that much to go on with him. But now for the other cool part, which I like, is the cool gauntlet arm, or hand. The thing with these is that they can go both ways depending on how you transform them, because there's the other thing. So basically you separate it, and when you separate, you gotta like push down and then separate like that, so that way it'd be easier. And you want to do, like, lift that up, depending on where you open the arm, and like that, and there you go. And then you get these right there, and boom, you got a new gun hand. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this kit right here cost me a little bit more than I wanted, but I had no choice because they're disappearing like crazy nowadays. So I'm just hopefully in the near future we'll get something cheaper and hopefully better, because man, that took a while to get. Alright, on to the next guy. My bad. Ripper Snapper. This guy has been a lot of work. Unfortunately, I kind of busted his piece, or his combined port is. But after years of figuring out stuff, I managed to make a piece, a custom piece, that he can actually hold his foot and hand form, so that way he could finally do it. Unfortunately, for some reason, even before I end up having this, I've been having problem with his legs. The problem is because they are like, instead of like something like straight, it's like crossed. And every time he transforms, it kind of makes it hard for him to be stable, except when he's in beast mode. And you see the points right here. This is where the hand gauntlets that you can put. Yeah, let me look closer. These parts right here are basically why he is more stable when he's in beast mode, because they keep it together. This on the other side is, oh my bad, this on the other side is loose as heck, and I don't know how to fix that, even if this wasn't broken per se. And then his legs right here are a little crap. Don't get me wrong, I like Ripper Snapper's form, he's pretty cool. It's just, unfortunately, the fact is that he basically had a rough time transforming, but he's still fun to play with. He actually is cool. He has his own claws. That's really good on beast mode. And his combiner form. And this is where I forgot to tell about Twin Strike. Is that, or Cinder Twin, my bad. Yeah, Cinder Twin and him, they have this part where they put the combiner slash gauntlet into iteration mode. But yeah. Now, since I might as well get this out of the way, let's see. Now, the thing with everyone that, ever since Sharkticons got officially looked at, I'm going to keep calling him what he is to me, a Sharkticon. Because, let's face it, this is a shark fin. And if anyone tells me otherwise, well, too dang bad, because I don't care. Because he's like a shark mutant, in a way, but like a shark monster thing. But I'm not going to put up with that. As you can see, he transforms, and you can also see I have problems with these as well. He just don't want. Yeah, it's like the way he's transformed. It's like I can't really fix him any better than that. So I'm hoping one day I can probably have like his legs officially like replaced and just better. Let's see if I can fix this up a bit. There we go. And then we connect it right here, where the peg's holes are. Like that. And his tail, which is also a pain to put it together, is to, you fold it down like this, and then you try to connect them like that. Because the tail does connect pretty well, it's just that I don't know why it's so difficult to just keep it all connected that way. But there he is in his beast mode. Yeah. Like I said, if I find a way, I plan to fix his legs a little better, because everything else is cool with him. It's just, like I said, his legs have issues, like really bad issues. It's probably my fault because there's something I'm not doing right, or it's just that I just got one that wasn't really put together right, because it's been hell. But still it's pretty cool, and you can also see he has a mouthpiece. Hold up. Yeah, now I have his color thing. You can see right here, you just connect it. Oh, I forgot. There we go. Yeah, like right there, to get into his stable. Let's see if I can go a little closer. There we go. Right there, he's a little more stable with this, but it's just down here that sucks, and it's been hell. Hopefully I can find a better way to fix him, replace, well, pretty much everything, because he is cool. I just want to fix his legs. If anyone has a way of replacing these old legs with a better combiner port slash better torso for his, well, bottom torso for him, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, because yeah, he is a Sharkticon in a way. It's just like he's not a perfect Sharkticon, but he's definitely cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, and everyone knows this is where the power of the prime cores go into, and this is like a minigun. Okay, onwards to the next guy. Razor Wing. Yeah. I have to say, he was a little bit different than I thought it would. I kind of wish his head would be more articulated because this is really cool. And I really like the details on his wings, as you can see. Granted, there's more than that. And then there's his gun. Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, you just look at this guy. He's pretty detailed. Like I said, I had this for so long, a couple of years back. I didn't like how his legs were just yellow, so I said, I think he could use this. And I know it's not perfect, but I really like how this looks. I kind of ran out of that paint that year, so it was that or nothing. And then his little beak. Yeah. That's Predacon symbol, because I like Predaking. You know, I have to say, when Transformers Prime brought up Predaking for the first time, and then this started to be the new Predacon symbol, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish this was what we had back in Beast Wars, rather than Waspinator as the wasp symbol for the Predacons. I just didn't understand why they chose a wasp for their symbol rather than something like this. Because the Maximal symbol was basically like a gorilla. No, not a gorilla. Like a wolf kind of look. Where we got an Insecticon. Yeah, for better or worse, it was like an Insecticon symbol that was portrayed as the Predacon symbol. So, there's that. But, moving on. Wings can flap, bend up, go up higher. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. I meant to call him Cutthroat. Yeah, his name was Cutthroat. I'm so dumb. I guess I got used to saying Razorwing because I've been watching the original Predacons from G1, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta remember his name. Yeah. And there's his tail. Yeah. So why don't we just fold them up? Yeah. So Cutthroat. Yeah, my bad on that. Then we fold your legs like that. There we go. Now, keep in mind, we all know that he's also a remold of Swoop, yeah, from the Dinobots, and that was actually cool. I liked how it would. As you all know, I made a review about Swoop and his upgrade, and that's how it went. And then we pull his leg like that, well, his head that way, and then you pull it back here. And granted, sometimes that does happen like that. There we go, because it clicks down. We'll do that. And there he is. So, there he is. And there he is, Cutthroat. I have to say though, like his head, I was kind of expecting more. You know, speaking of the heads, there's a comic book series. I forgot the IDW series with Megatron as an Autobot and those Renegade Decepticons. I can't help but feel like, and this is just me, I can't help but feel like they are what would happen if the terrorcons were not terrorcons for some reason. I just feel like at least the four of them. If I don't have actual evidence or editing skills to show it, but if you were to see them and compare them to the Terracon toys, because they don't ever show the Terracons in bot form apparently, they kind of resemble them in a way. particularly one that looked like Ripper Snapper's character. But that's just my guess on that. There he is. Really not that much to show off, because I've used to done this before. But yeah, his articulation is pretty good, and it's not that bad when it comes to things like that. But yeah, that's how cool it looks. Alright, now for the main guy, I mean the last guy. And we have Blot. God, we have no idea what he's supposed to be. It is a shame they don't give him a jaw right here, but I guess that's how it's supposed to be. But he's probably one of my favorite characters because of what his claws could do. Look, check that out. That is so cool. Like, how often do you get a cool claw move like that when you transform? Yeah. And yes, the Predacon symbol again, because why not? Yeah, he basically could just have his cannons right there. In fact, let me get one right now. Oh yeah. This is the variety I love. Giving your guys some extra boom power, baby. Now, for the last transformation, because I'm going to get them all together for the last pose, because I'm hoping the thumbnail will be all of them together, because the YouTube auto picture thing, whatever, often kind of sucks, and every time I try to put a picture, it usually ain't any better, because it doesn't. Okay, so for him, what you want to do is take out the back, like that, and go, and then click here, as you can see that part, and then with this whole piece here, there we go, sorry, and then you go like that. Do is like try to combine here like that, like kind of like a weird hood thing. And well, I already did this, but it might as well show again. Like this, and you fold like that, and then you click his arms like that. Oh, to reattach to his shoulders like that. And there you go. I have to say, Blot. Let's see, hold up. There we go. Blot has, like, not enough credit to his bot mode, because it just looks awesome. Look at just how tough he looks. Like, he was just meant to be the tough guy of the group, because when you... Hold up. I have to start. There you go. When you see a guy like that, you're, like, thinking he probably has, like, more muscles. Though he kind of looks a little sad a bit, but yeah. It's with me. It's with me. But yeah. Yeah, essentially, his form is pretty good. I still would like, well, they basically call him like a troll monster or whatever. I would just call him a reptilian troll beast kind of thing, because what else can you possibly do with him? Yeah. But yeah, like, this is the cool thing that they did for him. He's a little more unique in bot mode than I thought. Especially since, if you really want to go like full out crazy mode with his claws in bot mode, by all means, go ahead. That's the cool part about his transformation. It's just to really give him like an essence of like how hardcore he looks. That's why I kind of like him a little more, well, because of the others, but still, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, just take a quick pause and we'll pretty much wrap up this video. And we're back. And behold, all the terrorcons with their new blades and slash weapons. Yeah, I've really wanted to do this review, but I wanted to give them more than just their natural guns. I kind of figured might as well just give them the cool one that Menasor was excuse me, given to. So I figured, yeah, might as well get this over with. So yeah, basically Ripper Snapper, Cutthroat, Center Twin, Blot, and Hungar, the terrorcons. I hope, uh, if I'm not too busy, I'll try to make a combiner video for them in their, well, abominous form. But I'm not guaranteeing anything as I am kind of a bit tired and trying to finish smaller projects since I've been neglecting them of late. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart about my last video for getting a lot of views because that's pretty cool. Even though I know the two shorts I had got a lot of views, the last video I made, it was just so cool that everyone saw. So thank you so much, and I hope that next time this one gets as much views. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Never forcing anyone to do anything, but I'm just grateful that you do. So happy. Hope you like this video, and may the others be great too, because I'm just kind of excited as well. And as always, see you next time. Waha.